Location.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So I really like it in books when the setting is so well drawn that it actually feels like a character itself. And so I try to do that myself. I don't really know if I do it. Right now I'm writing a book that takes place in New York City. The awesome thing about living where you set your book is that you can go location scouting and you just sort of walk around and draw from your own experiences a lot. And it makes it really easy to describe things because I see New York City every day, so yay! But it still takes a lot of work because I want to make sure I get it right, and I want to make sure I have the right places in the book and that I portray it the way that it actually is. So what I've been doing a lot is actually, going to the places that I've picked out and taking pictures, staring at it for a while. I don't know, maybe that's creepy. Maybe the people at these places think that I'm this total creeper, looking and taking pictures of their establishments. But I want to know what it looks like. Also, I have this cool map, and I'll show it to you. It's a map of Manhattan, and I've put tack pins, whatever they're called, the things that you stick in a corkboard, the pins? I don't know, anyway. I have a bunch of those, and I have them all over the map in the locations that my characters go. Alright, here's my map. Thumbtacks. Thumbtacks are what they're called. And then I have little post-its stuck on them with the name. So there we go. You can see, that's my map. There's actually this little bunny guy sitting here. He has nothing to do with my story, but it's nice to have him there. And then there's a list, and then there's the moon, and Captain Hammer is always there to inspire me. I don't need to go on the subway because I do that every day. It's really easy for me to describe that part. In my book before this, I set it in a place that I have never been, and in that case, Google Maps was my friend. Anyway, so this is a really rambly video. I don't know if I've given any sort of thing. Research Google Maps. If you have the ability to go to these places that you're setting your novel, then I think that's awesome because it's nice to know what it really is. Also, I think it's cool when authors make up their own towns and just like plop it where it would make sense. Or base it on a town and then just call it something else. Because then you have a lot more freedom in how you develop your town, your setting. I really need to write this out beforehand from now on, because if I don't, then I'll just ramble at the camera for half an hour and then I have to cut out what's good, and then I realize that there's a lot of me just being like blah, and then blah, and then blah, settings, blah. See you guys next week.